Well, good afternoon, family and friends. Would you kindly take your seats because we're about to begin. And welcome to this beautiful bushland setting. And my name is Colin Johnson, and it's my absolute pleasure and delight to officiate today at the wedding of Zac and Amy. What a marvellous event. I know many of you have been waiting many months and years for this event. Well, it has finally arrived. Now, may I remind you just to turn off your mobile phones before we start. We don't want any interruptions, and we'll get started very soon. And Zac and Amy have also asked if you refrain from taking photos during the wedding service until the signing of the register, when you can come and take some photos of them and photos of others at that particular time. And you can take as many as you like at that point, but then if you just refrain from taking any photos during the wedding ceremony, then I know Zac and Amy would be very appreciative of that. So with that said, please relax, enjoy the moment. Zac's beautiful bride is about to enter. Well, everyone, why don't you put your hands together for the most lovely wedding party ever. And good job, Charlie, you nailed that. Well done, mate. So we're gathered here today to witness and celebrate the very happy union of Zac and Amy in marriage. This is a happy gathering, and many have come from far and wide to share in the great joy today. But no one's come further than the groom's mother, so a special thank you to Margaret, who's come all the way from the UK today for this occasion. She tells me she wouldn't miss this for the world. So thank you, Margaret, for coming so far to celebrate with us. And how beautiful did Amy look coming down the aisle in between her two dads, Rob and Bill. I'm sure there was hardly a dry eye in the place as Amy entered with them both. May I ask Amy's mum, Rebecca, please to join Rob and Bill out here, and also Margaret, if you would join them as well. You must be very proud of this beautiful young lady that you have raised. Margaret, though Zac's dad, John, couldn't be here today, I just know that he's smiling down here in spirit. You two raised a fine young man in Zac. Parents, I'd like to ask you at this point, do you give your blessing to this marriage, offering your unconditional love and support now and in the future?
We do.
Good start, Amy. Good start, Zac. So ladies and gentlemen, at this point I'd like to ask you to please be seated. This is a celebration of love, and Amy's sister Sarah will now come forward and read to us a passage about the nature of love. So Sarah, if you please come forward, and after she has read that, Sarah is also going to sing for us a wonderful song, The Power of Love, first recorded by Celine Dion. Sarah, why don't you come and we can join and listen please to that reading and your beautiful voice. So thank you, Sarah, for a wonderful reading, a passage about the nature of love, and for singing so beautifully as well. I know Amy will cherish forever you sharing in that special part of her ceremony and wedding to Zac today. My wish for you, Zac and Amy, is that the never giving up love that Sarah has just read about will be yours forever. So Zachary and Amy, I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are about to now enter. Marriage according to law in Australia is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. It is also a wonderful adventure and the best decision you could ever make. And today your marriage journey together begins in earnest. Zac and Amy, here's the best bit. If you just come in a little bit, Amy, face each other, look at each other, try not to be teary. Zachary Andrew Cook, will you take Amy Constance Turlington to be your wife? Do you promise to love her, protect her, comfort her, stand by her, forsaking all others for the rest of your life?
I do.
Good. Good to hear, Amy. And Amy Constance Turlington, will you take Zachary Andrew Cook to be your husband? Do you promise to love him, protect him, comfort him, stand by him and forsaking all others for the rest of your life?
I do.
Good. Well, that's an excellent start, everybody. And now we come to the part where we have our wedding vows. And Zac and Amy will read their personal vows that they've written for each other, for you as well. So Zac, why don't we start with you? Hopefully you've got your vows with you. Good on you, Zac. Well done.
I call upon the people here present to witness that I, Zachary Andrew Cook, take you, Amy Constance Turlington, to be my lawful wedded wife. Amy, you are the most gentle, beautiful, generous and nurturing person I have ever met. I love you with all that I am and promise to be your greatest fan, best friend and lover, forever and beyond. Amy, I love you.
Wonderful. Why don't you give Zac a round of applause? Lovely vows. And Amy, it's your turn to share the vows that you've written from your heart to Zac.
I call upon the people here present to witness that I, Amy Constance Turlington, take you, Zachary Andrew Cook, to be my lawful wedded husband. All the plans I had for my life meant nothing anymore once I met you and Charlie. I realised that with you I have everything I need. I promise to be a good wife to you and to take on all kinds of adventures. As long as we're together, everything else will fall into place. I love you.
Beautiful. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Zac. May we have the rings, please? I'll just grab those off Charlie. He's been looking after them with a very important job for a while now, so I'll just grab those from Charlie. Thanks, Charlie. Great job. Zac and Amy, you've chosen to exchange rings in order to seal the promises that you've made to each other today. And Zac, as you put this ring on Amy's finger, would you please repeat after me? Amy, I give you this ring as a sign
Amy, I give you this ring as a sign
of my love, commitment and fidelity.
of my love, commitment and fidelity.
You are my one and only
You are my one and only,
from now until forever.
from now until forever.
And Amy, if you take this ring, and as you put it on Zac's finger, if you'd repeat after me, please, Amy. Zac, I give you this ring as a sign
Zac, I give you this ring as a sign,
of my love and commitment and fidelity.
as a sign of our love, commitment and fidelity.
You are my one and only
You are my one and only,
from now until forever.
from now until forever.
You got it all. Well done. So Zac and Amy, in front of your family and all of your friends here, you have declared your intentions to be married and you have made your vows in front of all of these people to each other. With great pleasure then, and to the delight of your family and friends, I now declare you to be husband and wife. Zac, you may kiss your bride. Well done, Zac. Well done, Amy. Now, as our bridal party makes their way over to the registry table, I'd invite anyone right now to take photos. It's a really good time. We'll be back very shortly after we sign all the documents, and we'll head on to the last part of our ceremony, and then we'll make our way out into the gardens for some more photos with Zac and Amy. So if we come this way. Good on that. Fantastic. And we'll just swap over we go. What was that? Thank you. Sign here. And then the next document underneath. Just here. And the next document underneath can be exactly the same. Fantastic. Now I'd like to ask our witnesses to come forward. Okay. Now you're Louise Lane, so you sign that. And same thing with you, Louise. And you get this. Fantastic. There you go. And James, take a seat, James. Just sign here. Same place there. Just here. Fantastic. Thanks, James. Thanks, Louise. Well, with all of that done, as I said, we're going to take some more photos a little bit later for those that missed out just then out in the gardens. But, ladies and gentlemen, please if you be upstanding. Thank you. And now as I present to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Cook. Please show them some love and give them a great round of applause.